What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a quick video. So I learned this from GXOR page out on Facebook. There's this little mod that you could do if you want to do like a they call it like a snorkel setup, but like a little, you know, DIY. It's not really a snorkel, it's more like to save your engine from hydrolocking, because usually for these GXs they hydrolock very easily because of the way the wheel well intake is set up. So we go over here. Usually the intake is in this spot right here, and water washes out all the time easily. Even if it's like 8 inches of water, it's gonna pick it up and it's gonna go in the intake. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a coupler, a 90-degree coupler. We're gonna do a pipe that goes up, and so make sure our intake is gonna be in this area now instead of down here. So everything we need is gonna be in this box. Open it up real quick. Bam. So this is a 90-degree silicone coupler. It's a 4-inch to a 3.5-inch. And we got ourselves a 3.5-inch aluminum tubing. And right here, hold up. Right here, it should be a filter. So I don't know if you've ever been Honda community. They run a lot of these filter wares. So it's kind of like a hydro filter. Keeps like some splashes of water out. So we're gonna be mounting it right there. And of course, you need yourself some clamps. I think 3. Yeah, you're gonna need 3. And that's it. So back to the car. All you gotta do is make sure you pop off your old filter scoop. Right here, I'm gonna be putting a new OEM filter right there. You're gonna be removing these bolts. Make sure your fender has some play when you're fishing through the tubing. Fishing the tubing between the actual fender and the frame itself. Right, there should also be a hidden bolt for the fender over here. It's behind this little trim right there, but I already took it off. It's a 10 mil, I believe. Also gonna remove the headlight, the actual bolts for it, so we can move it around. Now we're gonna start putting the filter on the tube itself. It's gonna be a tight fit, daddy. Right there. So you can see through. It's nice. I know this has a bead roll, and hopefully it doesn't get pop off. Just in case, we're gonna add ourselves a hose clamp to make sure it stays in that spot. Go. Should be enough to hold it in place. Now you grab your coupler. We're gonna put the 4-inch through the hole that it goes into the air box, and the 3.5-inch is gonna be on the wheel well. You gotta fish it in there. It's a little tight, but once everything is in there, it's gonna be fine. I have to drop the camera so I can get in there. Alright, I fished it through. I guess the easiest way is just take the 3 bolts from the stock airbox, just so you can get to gripping this whole tube or silicone coupler and pull it through. Now, should be ready to put that 3-inch pipe and face it up there. I put a little bit of grease on the actual tube itself so it slips in the hole a little bit easier. Loop that, daddy. Alright, I got the tube in. I thought it was filming, but I guess it wasn't, so you didn't hear my struggles. But the tube is in. Might have to push it in just a little bit more, just so I have enough space to push this at an angle to make sure it's a few inches above the stock intake location. Alright guys, I put everything back together. She is angled up now, so you can see she's about 2 to 3 inches above the thing, the actual OEM intake area, and we moved it farther back so when the water splashes or splooshes, whatever the fuck, it's gonna just aim straight to these. But either way, if there's some water, we have a hydro filter over here anyways. The bolts are back in the fender. Fitment is still pretty good. The filter box is in with the 3 bolts, and we got the clamp in the actual inside of the silicone coupler. Now we just need the actual OEM filter for the airbox. Alright, I went to go wash my hands real quick, so I'm clean touching the filter. But this is the OEM Toyota cabin filter, or Lexus. Here's the part number. There you go. Genuine parts all the time. Always run genuine parts. You don't want to run those high flow K&N Spectre, because the only reason they're high flow is they're not like set up like these, so the pores or like the slots are more open, so the dust gets in a little bit easier. That's why it's high flow filters. The ones on these ones is the OEM, so it comes out the factory like this. It's more of a cotton feeling to it, so it's harder for dust to get in, which saves your engine in the long run. Super easy to put this in. Just pop your old one, which I already threw away, and just slide her on through. Oh shit, my bad. Let go of that shit. Oh yeah, there you go. It's in a spot. Now I don't have a clip right here because it broke off way back. But yeah, now I have 3 clips. Just gonna line this up and clip it in, and we should be done with this install video. Guys, everything is buttoned up. That light that was dangling here earlier is installed as well. Yeah, hopefully you guys do this in the future with some type of mod on your OEM intake location, because sooner or later some shit might go down where it's super watery or super like dusty, like a fire road. You just want to protect your engine, you know, because these Toyota engines are bulletproof, but that doesn't mean that they don't just shit out of nowhere. So make sure you guys protect it with a proper filter and a proper intake mod. Let's get it. Peace. See you on the next one.